Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to another video with Straight Outta Content brought to you by Flash Custom Transfers. And today I'm going to show you guys how to open and create a gang sheet. Now, we have had this video on the channel before and it actually didn't go as well. There were some things that we were showing you that was actually wrong. So we're going to show you some things that will make sure that all of your images come in nice and clear, especially if you're working with vectored images. They're going to come in nice and clear, and you'll be able to lay out a very awesome gang sheet. So what we're going to do is, first thing we want to do, we want to come into AI, we want to open it up, and you want to hit new file. So once you're in new file, if you do not have this set up, these are the parameters that you want to use whenever setting up your custom artboard. So these are all recent and saved and stuff like that, but you can come in here and create a new one, and you're going to want to do 22 inches width, inches, make sure this is inches, width 22 inches, height 24. Leave this little blue guy to the left checked like this because you don't want it landscape, you want it like this. You're only going to create one artboard. Then on the bottom, you're going to do CMYK color. You're going to want 300 DPI, and then preview mode, just default. We're going to go ahead and create that. And that's going to create this awesome little whiteboard right here, the artboard that we're actually going to use. So after that, whenever you want to pull in an image in here, you want to click File Open. Now, sometimes you can see File Drag, or you can actually go to your wherever you have all your folders or all your files, and you can drag them in here. Now, just a little tip: they will only come in clear if that image is vectored. If that image is not a vectored image and you drag and drop in here, it's gonna distort the image. So that was something that we learned. We actually learned that, the hard way. We learned that the hard way while trying to open your guys' images. We learned that, oh man, this, let me go over here and try to open up one of these files. Hold on. So we learned the hard way trying to create an artboard in a gang sheet, or create one of your guys' projects, and just coming in here and dragging and dropping, it actually distorts the image. So what you want to do, you want to go here, you want to go to File, and you want to go to Open. Once you do that, you're going to want to pick an image that you have, one of the images that you have. I'm going to go with, we'll use Fairway Gorillas. Hopefully you're not upset at us, but we like Fairway Gorillas images. Now, I'm gonna do one that's not a vectored image. So we're just gonna work with a PNG, and then I'll also show you one that's an AI. So we'll do like Shades of Gray, which is an AI, which is a vectored image. And then we'll also do Fairway Gorillas. Shout out to Fairway Gorillas. They're a great customer of ours, and they're a loyal customer. They're always coming back to us, so appreciate you guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click his PNG here, and we're gonna click Open. Look how big that is. That's huge, right? And you notice this image is not vectored. It's very clear. This image is vectored, but it didn't import as a vector. So that's a little different. It's definitely vectored, but like I said, it's a PNG, so I'm not able to click each individual thing and change the color or anything. I can only distort this entire image. So we're gonna go here. We want to zoom out. We don't want to be this big. So this is how big the image is, right? So if we zoom in right now, 300, we're gonna see this is very clear. Like, this is gonna print pretty clear, even though you got some distortion in some area, a little pixelization right there, a little bit. That's really because it's a PNG. But again, that's at 300. If we zoom out to 100, this is how clear it's gonna print. So we know whenever we print this is gonna print very clear, very crisp lines and stuff like that. So we wanna come in here, and we wanna go to 21. Because these are a lot of the images that we're working with, because we tell you to send us a PNG. We actually prefer that you send us a vectored image, an AI file, and I'll show you the difference. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna File, we're gonna go to Open, and I'm gonna find the AI file, and I'll show you the difference, because it's actually gonna open up in a separate SVG. We'll use this bear. So this bear is really good, it's an SVG. We're gonna hit Open, an error occurred. Oh, there we go. So you notice here, it opened actually in a different tab, And this is a vectored image. So I can come in here, I can change anything I want. Anything I want. If I want, see, the whole thing is grouped, but I can come in here, I can click ungroup, and I can change these X's to blue or green or whatever I want. But I actually want this whole image. So whenever I size this image right now, you see there's a little, it's, let's zoom out a little bit. 21. Okay. So as you see, it's a little off right here. The crop is a little off. It could be a little better, but I can always adjust it in here. But right now this image is scaled to, if I want to come in here and change it to 8 by 11. Oh no, obviously that distorts it. So maybe let's change the width to 11. No. Let's change the width to 9. I think it's supposed to be a little, let's try 8 by 8. No, I don't know what's that. Let's go to 11. And then we want to change the height to 13. Change the height to 15. Change the height to 17. Yeah, that looks a little better. Maybe it's still a little fat, so we'll change it to 21. There we go. So you notice there is a little bit of a gap here. I can always adjust it like that as well. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come here and we're gonna click it. And we're gonna right click. No, we're not gonna right click. We're gonna come here, we're gonna click it. We're gonna Command C for some people. For Windows, that's Control C. And we're gonna come in here and we're gonna click Command V or Control V and paste it. Boom. So now you can see the difference between a vectored image over here and a PNG over here. Both look amazing, but one, we can edit anything in here. If we scale this one, which is 11 by 21, which is really big, no matter what we do with this, no matter how we scale it, it's not gonna distort it in any way, shape, or form. Because it's a vectored image. Let's go ahead, let's click the board. Let's move this off. Oh. Let's go back to layer. And we're gonna hit this, turn this, okay. So we can see it. So if now, with this image right here, it came in, when we opened it, it came in at 19.8 by 23.9. So hopefully, whenever you're working on your end and you're creating a gang sheet, use the AI file if you have it. So if you come to us, we're gonna send you this file right here. We will not send you this file, this PNG. You will send us when this file right here, when it's ready to print. We're gonna send you this file if you are using us to vector your image. So we get this ready to print. It's this size. Maybe he wants it this size, but unfortunately this right here is one of the issues that happens whenever you go to edit and you'll be at home and you'll take this PNG and its original size was 11 by something, you'll shrink it down. Now, whenever we zoom in 100, that wasn't it. It still does look clear, but if we zoom in 300, we just distorted it. And it might look clear because like I said, the image is vectored. So if this was it looks really clear, but it looks actually clearer now than it did at 11. So because this is probably its true size. So whenever we're gonna zoom back out to 25 and we're gonna stretch this, and people will say that. People will send us an image that comes in like this, and then they'll say, make it 11 by 11. Well, we'll make it 13. We'll say, oh, that's in proportion. So 11 by 13. And then now, whenever we zoom in, it still looks good because again, this is a vectored image, but we've just distorted it just a little bit. So it's 300. See right there in these little spots. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's just a little distortion, and that's what happens with a PNG. Whereas a vectored file, no matter what we do, no matter what I do with this image, however much I stretch it, I can stretch it to let's see, 25 by 25. No matter what we do, it's still super sharp edges. Let me zoom out so I can click off and then we'll zoom back in. So zoom out, click off, and then we're gonna zoom back in. See, all these edges are extremely smooth. It still has some things, see, even the Quilla, everything is extremely smooth and you can change anything. So, and they did this white outline. But this is what you wanna do. You wanna work with a vectored image on your end. So this way, whenever now again, this one, we would have to change this one a little bit and kind of bring it in, crop it in a little bit. That's more advanced, but this is how you lay out your gang sheet. So you're gonna come in here, and this is the difference between a PNG and a vectored image. If you have the opportunity to create a gang sheet on your side, at home for you, or you got somebody that you know doing it, make sure that you're using the SVG file, I think it's FPS or EPS file, the AI file. Use that file to crop, to size, to do everything for your gang sheet. That's what you want to do. Come in here, boom, copy paste, boom, come in here, boom, copy paste, come in here. Okay, this is too big. Now you can turn it, right? And we can actually go back to the board and we're gonna hit Control Y or Command Y so that we can see everything. Now we can't see this buddy right here, but we can still see these. Let me hit Control Y again. So we can go back. This right here, we can put like one or two of these. We don't need this big. We can bring it in a little bit. Keep it to proportion. We'll do 7.5 by 9.5. Boom, so we got a couple of these. Bring him down a little bit. Command C, Command V. That's how you copy and paste. There's a few ways that you can copy and paste. You can copy Command C or Control C, Control V, or Command V to paste it. Or you can click on the image, hit edit, hit copy, click anywhere on the screen, and then hit edit, and then hit paste. Boom. That's how you can do it. You can click an image, hold Alt on Windows or Mac, hold Alt, drag the image, let go, boom. Now you have a copy there. Just be careful whenever you're working with white and don't get too close to the edges, stuff like that. So now we actually have our gang sheet here, and we were able to do that with a PNG and a vectored image. But like I said, on your end, and I'm gonna say this right before I save it, on your end, if you have the option, if you're not working with PNGs, if you didn't download the image from, Google, and then you're working with that image, because I can promise you, or Canva or something like that, an SVG from Canva can be okay, but either have somebody professionally vector it or have us professionally vector it. This is gonna help us on our end so that you get a quality image. Now, Fairway Gorillas, they have everything vectored, and so these images that they're sending us to PNG, as you've seen, no matter how much we zoom in, are perfect. See, this is gonna print amazing. Like this, and he gets really good prints. Sometimes the reds or whatever, but this is gonna print perfect. So that's how you create a gang sheet on your end using an SVG file or a PNG file. The PNG is gonna open up right in here. The SVG file is gonna open up in its own tab in AI. Now, there are a lot of other programs that allow you to alter images and create a gang sheet. I am not aware of those. I don't know how to use those, but if you know how to use them, all I ask and all I suggest is that you use a vectored file. Please use a vectored file when creating your gang sheet. If you absolutely have to use a PNG, that's fine, but we prefer that on your end, if you're gonna create your own gang sheet and lay these things out and maximize your space, your 22 by 24 space, we suggest that you use a vectored file. It makes the whole job that much easier, that much simpler, and it eliminates a lot of room for error when you're working with a regular PNG file. I can promise you that if I were to drag a regular PNG in here, let me go grab one, because I'm pretty sure that I got one. Okay, so I've got a bad PNG. I just got it off of Google, a boxing glove, right here. So we're gonna go to File, Open. That's how you wanna open everything. File, Open. Now, this thing came in at 6.2 by 6.9. That's the correct size of the image. It looks like it already has a transparent background, so we're gonna zoom out. It came in its own area. It does have a transparent background, but I can guarantee you, if I make this a 15 by 15, oh snap, and then zoom in 300, look at that. Look at that. Look at all that pixelization. It looked good at 6.5 by 6.5. All of this is how it will print right here. This right here is how it will print. And we get this a lot. A lot of people go online, get these images, and then we have to clean this up. And this has to be vectored. There's not, I mean, we can sharpen it a little bit, but this has to be vectored. As you can see, because we distorted it. Now, if we put it back to what? It's 6.2 by 6.9, something like that, 6.9. We're gonna find it again. It's still bad, as you can see. So this right here is and we'll go ahead, we'll copy. We'll command copy. We're gonna come over here to our artboard. We're gonna command paste, right? These are these two images right here are both vectored. I'm sorry, these two images right here are both PNGs. So I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in just 100 so we can see it. So these two images right here are both PNGs. Both of them, they're both PNGs. One is vectored, one is not. We get a lot of these images over here. Hey, let me hit you back, I'm filming. Both of these images are PNGs. One is vectored, this one right here, Fairway Gorillas. This one is not. We get a lot of these images and we get a lot of artboards made from these images here. And I can promise you, they're not gonna print well. If we zoom in, you can see the difference. Please get your image vectored. We charge a fee. We charge $15 to vector it. If you know somebody or you work with somebody who can do it for cheaper, please use them. You do not have to use us. You are not required to use us for your services, for your designs. We just like to do it, and it's a one-stop shop. So you'll send us this boxing image here or this glove right here, and we will make it sharp and vector it like this right here so that it can print. Now, if you want to make a gang sheet out of this, that's fine, but just know that when it prints bad in these lines, and because the printer's gonna print just like this, when it prints like this, that's not on us, because we will send you a proof and you will have to approve it. So a lot of people don't come in here and they'll be like, oh yeah, this image is great. It looks great. Because whenever we look at it over here, it looks good. Right here, this image looks really good. But as you just seen how it looks on an artboard, that's totally different. So that's gonna be it for this video. Oh no, hold on, let me show you guys how to export it. So here's the thing. Right, and what I'm going to do is show you guys another thing so that you don't export. You only export what's on the artboard. So we want to export this as a PNG. If you are able to do this right here, you save so much time. A lot of people ask us, how long will it take to get to New Jersey or Alaska or stuff like that? And it all depends on what images we're working with. If we're working with a page or full of these boxing gloves at this resolution, or if we're working with this boxing glove or any image at this resolution, it's gonna take longer because we're gonna have to bring its quality up. So with that being said, if you want to, once you're ready to export, you've got your gang sheet, you've got it laid out, you got all your sizes and everything, you're gonna come up here to File, then you're gonna go to Export, then you're gonna go to Export As. You're gonna name it, so we're gonna name this Test Gang Sheet for a video. Obviously use the PNG. Now right here, if I don't click use artboard, it's gonna recognize the entire thing and export that. Always click use artboard. So now it's only gonna print what's inside of this white. It's not gonna export this boxing glove right here. We want PNG, it's going to my downloads folder, so export. When we get to this page right here, you want anti-aliasing. I always pronounce that word wrong, but you want this off. You do not want it on type optimized or anything like that. You want it off, interlaced, unchecked, and then transparent. Of course, we want it to print transparent. We do not want a white background, and then you're gonna click OK. And that is the file that you're gonna send us, that PNG. Like I said, we work with PNGs a lot. And if we get them as the quality as this one, as this Fairway Gorillas, the artboard and the sheet will print very high quality. But on your end, if you're creating a gang sheet with an image like this on your end, even if you lay it all out and make a nice gang sheet and you export that correctly and send us that PNG, we're gonna have to go in there and have to change each individual image to a vector so that it will print correctly, unless you just wanted to print it and not care about the quality. We get a lot of people like that too, who are just doing it for like kids shirts or something like that. And they don't really care, you know, how it is, because the kids are gonna get cake and ice cream and soda and root beer and all that other stuff on it. So they're not really too worried about it. So I know that this video, I made this video very in depth. If you want the short version of this video, check out Flash Custom Transfers on YouTube, Chelly's channel, and she has the 3-minute version of this video. It's very fast, straight to the point, but I decided to make this one a little longer, a little more in depth, because that one is so fast and maybe people might not get it and they might not get the difference between an SVG and a PNG. Because in that video, it's only using vectored files. So SVG, AI, I think it's EPS, and there's another one. It's only using vectored files in that video. This one, I'm showing you the difference between PNG and a vectored file. And as you see, I'm able to do whatever I want with this one and not with this one. So, but this one is vectored, so it came in really well, and this gang sheet right here would print really well. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. Make sure you watch the short version on Flash Custom Transfers. It will not be on this channel. It's on Flash Custom Transfers on YouTube. And please check out all of our other content on our channel. Thank you guys. Be basic. Peace. Also, don't forget that you can shop at our website. We actually have the custom stickers. They are live on the website. They're live on the website right now. We have the custom stickers. We have our famous 1999 22 by 24 gang sheet, DTF, direct to film gang sheet, which is different than sublimation. So please don't come in here and click $14.99, because we're having a lot of people clicking $14.99 and then they really want a DTF gang sheet, but they're clicking this one thinking that it's because it's cheaper, it's what they want, and it's not the same. That's the reason why this is Flash Custom Transfers, and this is for that, and there's a whole description with this, and then this says sublimation gang sheets. So please be mindful of, before you click shop now and go in here and buy 5 or 6 sheets, understand what you're doing. This says sublimation. And if you do not know what you're doing, please email us at ordernow@flashcustomtransfers.com. If this is your first time and you don't really know what you're doing, we do not want you to come in here and start purchasing sheets, because we're gonna have to charge you for the difference between this $14.99 and this $19.99. So please be conscious of that. Do not forget that we also have equipment on the website as well. So if you want a Cricut machine, you can buy all of this stuff right here with Afterpay. You can also buy our stickers and our sheets and everything with Afterpay. So please go check out all of our products, and thank you. Stay tuned for the next video.